Alaska, the last frontier. Vast expanses of frozen tundra, towering mountains, and forests so deep that silence itself all feels alive. Under the glow of the northern lights and endless night skies, the land keeps its secrets, ancient and unyielding. This is a place where nature reigns supreme, and where some say the spirits of the past still walk among the living. Tonight, we journey beyond the warmth of the fire into the whispering cold of the Alaskan wilds. These are the echoes of the frozen north. Story 1. The Lost at Portage Ghost Forest. Along the icy shores of Turnagain Arm, just south of Anchorage, lie the remains of a place once called Portage, a village nearly erased after the Great Alaska Earthquake of 1964. The land sank, the sea crept in. What remains today is a quiet stretch of shoreline and a forest of dead trees standing in tidal mud like skeletal sentinels. Locals call it the Ghost Forest. In late autumn, a small research team led by Dr. Elise Mercer arrived to study permafrost melt patterns. Frost hung in the air as they pitched camp at the forest's edge. That first night, the wind died completely. The silence felt wrong. Elise woke to a sound, a single footstep. Crunching snow. She unzipped her tent and swept her headlamp across the clearing. Nothing. By morning, one of the team was gone. Mark. They followed his footprints into the forest. The trail ended abruptly at a massive frozen tree, his boot print sharp in the snow. Beside it, another track. Larger, deeper, wrong in its shape, as if something tall had been walking alongside him. That night, their guide, Lena, froze mid-sentence. She pointed beyond the firelight. Mark stood at the edge of camp. His face was pale, his eyes unfocused. "Mark," she whispered. His lips moved. No sound came out. The wind rose suddenly, threading through the dead trees. A hollow voice drifted from the forest, low, layered, not quite human. "Stay with us." Lena's flashlight flickered, then went dark. When the beams snapped back on, Mark was gone. No footprints, no disturbance, just the quiet tide and the dead trees watching. Story 2. The Haunting of Kennecott Mines. Deep within Wrangell St. Elias National Park, the abandoned mining town of Kennecott stands frozen in time, a rusting monument to Alaska's copper boom. Once alive with families and industry, it was abandoned almost overnight. Some say the town never truly emptied. Jonas and Marisol, siblings long estranged from Alaska, returned to Kennecott to trace their family history. Their grandfather had worked the mines before vanishing during a winter storm in 1978. As daylight faded, the buildings creaked and groaned, metal expanding and contracting in the cold. Then night fell. Footsteps echoed overhead. Slow, measured. Jonas swore shadows passed the window, just beyond the frost-blurred glass. While searching the cabin, Marisol found an old photograph wedged behind a support beam. It showed a group of miners smiling for the camera. Behind them stood another figure, wearing tattered coveralls, face blurred, eyes dark and hollow. That night, as the fire died low, something passed between them, cold fingers brushing the backs of their necks. The fire went out. Jonas struck a match. The flame revealed a single figure standing in the cabin. Their grandfather, older than in the photo, face lined with sorrow, eyes full of regret. Neither sibling spoke. Before they could, he faded, dissolving into shadow like breath in winter air. A whisper lingered in the dark. I never left. Story 3. The Kushtaka of Silver Creek. Across Alaska's wilderness, ancient stories endure, passed down long before roads or railways cut through the land. Among the most feared is the legend of the Kushtaka, a shape-shifting being from Tlingit and Tsimshian lore. It is said to mimic human voices, to lure travelers from safety, and to leave nothing behind. Near Silver Creek, moonlight glinted off a narrow ribbon of water as Liam, a documentary filmmaker, camped with his friend Anna. That night, the forest went quiet. Too quiet. Liam heard his name, whispered from across the creek. Anna heard it too, but it wasn't her voice. They followed the sound into a fog-filled grove. Their footsteps made no noise, yet something else moved around them. Then they saw it, a hunched figure, fur matted, limbs bent wrong, half human, half something else. Its eyes burned with a cold, knowing light. It spoke, not in words, in memories. Anna heard her mother calling her home. Liam heard his father's laughter, comforting, familiar, until the sounds twisted, slowing, stretching, turning warm memories into something hollow and cruel. The creature grew taller. Its form flickered, bone and shadow rearranging itself. Anna screamed, but the scream wasn't hers. It was her voice from childhood, a moment of joy replayed as terror. When the fog lifted, they stood alone. The forest was silent again, but behind them, unseen, the Kushtaka watched, listening, learning their voices. In this land of ice and silence, the past never fully disappears. Alaska's wilderness is vast, beautiful, unforgiving, and in the spaces between snow and sky, some spirits linger, long after their bodies have faded into memory. So beware when you wander far from the firelight. The echoes of the frozen north may answer back.